Okay. Hmm. Also, huge fan of the immediate change in music. I mean, it just really it pulls you into this sort of the danger of the realm that we're in currently. But also emphasizing the alien life that we're here. Love it. Oh, whoops. Okay. Oh, that's fine. So, the colony was like up this way, right? Like we kind of like went up and around. Let's at least head in that direction. But from a different angle. Okay. Really need it just yet, do we? Pretty good. Oof, we're close. Close to getting a pale fan creature unlocked for us. Oh, I see. Cool. Okay. Nope. Okay. Oh, only two. Okay. Sorry, what was that? Burnout drone? Burnt out drone, a small construction drone from the base corroded beyond use. What was Monet building out here? Was she trying to build another way station? Is this like... Are we supposed to just keep going further in and eventually we might find a way station? Sweet. Okay. Does this give us oxygen? A little bit. But let's use the thing that we don't need for now. Gather our samples. And it looks like, according to the topography lines here, that we're heading out into just a vast, almost desert-like expanse. That's pretty cool. Oh, there is a way station. What? It must have been a struggle to assemble the metallic cage of this way station so deep in the bloom. What led Monet out here? I don't know, but I'm thankful she did it. Like the nests themselves, which are woven from transparent threads, the bubbles which protect them also seem to have a delicate skin. Oh, interesting. More of these skeletons. Oh, the northern bloom. Interesting. Okay. Let's go to the way station and just stock up. Finally, a way station. With this active, we can call for retrieval all across the bloom. Useful when we run low on oxygen. Ah, okay. Open the terminal and we can resupply and see if Minay left any map data behind. Great point. Looks like it. Okay, I've got our logs here. A lot of trips back and forth between here and a lab? That means she must have set up a remote lab somewhere deeper into the bloom. She spent months making trips to it, ferrying some materials from elsewhere in the bloom to here, to there. She was studying something important to her. We have to find that lab. I'll log the coordinates on the dive map when we get back to the base. Oh, you want us to go back? Okay. Let's see how far we can get back. You did say we... Oh, it's a sampling area. Interesting, okay. Sweet. Okay, make sure not to use that one. What? A sphere fragment, an ornament or ornate mineral orb honeycombed with oxygen bubbles. Huh. Cool. Listen, we gotta figure out a little bit about what's around here. Scorched plain, the nearby bubble sits alone in this flat plain, scorched by the chemical processes of billions of metabolizing cells. I don't think I fully understand, but let's go check it out. Metal traces. Oh, the bivalve. Hey, Bloom fan, we got it. I'm naming these Bloom fans. When we finally get out of this place, I'll update the base's taxonomy logs. Pale, delicate fans that feed on the bloom by filtering it through their bodies, using a catalytic dust to counter its toxicity. Yep. This is kind of like off back to the path that we came. Let's go this direction for now. Blackened rocks. Huh, as if burned by electrical currents. What? Wow, okay. Interesting. Crystal cylinders. Protected by the sheer wall of the bloom's central ridge, these open nests flutter with the movements of their swarms. So close. There's one more out there somewhere, it looks like. Maybe. Yeah, we found 3? Yeah, this is our 3rd one. Yeah. Nesting creatures, when their protective bubbles begin to fail, these creatures burst from their nest to repair them, swarming out to weave more threads. Use this one for power, right? No. Okay, well, we need oxygen more than anything at this point. Ooh, okay, nice. Just as long as we don't use that sphere. Oh, the central ridge. Oh, does that not look less toxic? Interesting. Okay. Huh. Weird. More sample. Out here. Oh, another sphere fragment. Okay. Hmm. Faint signature of a metal alloy, perhaps the remains of equipment Monet brought into the bloom. What was she doing out here? It's a great question, you know? Not sure we'll ever know. That's enough. I love the use of these like particle effects that we have here. It just really makes you feel like you're going through this sort of clouded zone, right? Like everything that we're used to seeing sort of unobscured like it is outside here, right? Is just covered in these particle effects here. And it just really reminds you that, you know, you're heading in a super clouded area. All right, head back to base. And then we don't have to go through the bloom as much next time. Hey, you back with me? I'm here. Good. I wanted to ask you about the bloom. I've been trying to understand what is causing it. It seems unlikely that we are looking at a stable ecosystem. It has to be a unique event. And yet, creatures have rapidly and effectively adapted to these conditions. How's that possible? There's something we aren't seeing. Something Monet was investigating too. Do you think she knows something we don't? I mean, we haven't even found her yet. She has to have known. Okay, first off, I'm thinking she's probably not alive. Second off, whether she is or not, she definitely knew or knows something we don't. She has to. Maybe she's holed up in the lab mentioned in the map data, waiting for us. Let's find that lab. Okay? Let's first take a look at these. Oh, we still don't have that one? Okay. Oh, we can't. Irrelevant taxonomy. Okay. Well, So first of all, we're gonna have to upgrade our generator at some point, presumably to get more things going on in here, I would imagine. We've got a sonar system, which will require a crew member at some point. So hopefully we get a crew member. That'll be interesting. We'll also have a med bay. Which will need someone who's certified in medical use, right? We did find the Bloom van, which is awesome, but that's about it this time. The support seems generally fine. Oh wow, can't even go up to the... Interesting. Okay. What do we have in our suit? I don't really want to waste that egg just yet. Don't want to waste these. Only need one, right? To make the, yeah, to do the sample thing. Okay. We'll start off with this on our way out. See how it goes. Oh, whoa, whoa. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so we can't enter the bloom though from the south over here, right? We're gonna have to... We have to start up here and head this way. Bloom froth. Bloom fan. Oh. Huh. Interesting. We get some dust. We could get a shell for the bivalve. Let's start here with the bloom way station. Work our way down. At some point in the future, we'll come back for these side quests that we've got. Double edge. I'm sorry, what? Worn equipment. Abandoned to the bloom by Monet, it is impossible to tell what this oxidized scrap once was. There's also a little bit of a sort of an FTL vibe going on here as well, right? Like we've got these sort of data, you know, these specific points, these nodes that we can go to. They've got their own little description. They've got things that we can do at each node. It's just underwater, right? And we don't have more than one person in our ship currently. Silt plains. We needed to go this way in order to... Oh, cool. Skeletons. Let's get some oxygen back. Oh, sweet. Okay. Quite the boost. Hey, we did it! The nesting weavers. I'll call these weavers for those beautiful nests and bubbles they weave. What would we do without them? We would die. Well, our suit would turn off and take us back. Curious what these end up being. White sand. A million tiny grains, perhaps the broken down remains of those silicate skeletons, gather here in soft sparkling waves. Wow. Does this give us oxygen? Yeah. Oh, ho, ho, ho. All right. Take it. You get to. Venturing back out into the bloom here. I'm curious to see how the lab will differentiate away. You know, we've got our base, we've got the various way stations. Curious to see if the lab is something that we can kind of like sit down at and... Dense bubbles, interesting. New creature. Or if it's going to require us to, or if it's just going to be like another point of interest, sort of. Bloom growth. These microbial growths seem big enough to log and sample. Let's see what they can tell us about this place. Okay, these olive green clumps of bubbles seem to gather where there's a little current and the growth of the bloom settles. Huh. Okay. Don't exactly want to die out here though, thank you. Oh wow, that's cool, didn't realize. Eroded rocks, the rocks deep inside this scar shine with a strange smoothness. More bubbles. What do we get? Bacterial 15%, colony 10%. Bloom bubble. Okay. Decent amount of oxygen. We could go up there, but we're gonna go down here to the research site. Oh, sweet. Through the green, I can see the skeletons of Monet's remote laboratory, as fractured and remote as Monet herself. Wow. That's brutal. Bloom Lab, assembled from modules extracted from the base. Monet's lab, now exposed to the corrosion of the bloom, sits silently in the silt. This place was pressurized at some point. It must have taken months of work to establish this lab. And just weeks of corrosion for it to fall into ruin. It looks like Monet was gathering those mineral skeletons, studying them. What secrets have you uncovered, Monet? How were these strange silicon spheres worth all this? Sweet, they were super useful and we've wasted a few at least. Bloom froth, hey! We won't get much from observing this stuff. I've logged the species. Let's analyze the samples back at base. Fair enough. Dark green bubbles that form in the most dense areas of the bloom where there is little current to provide water flow. Think they're toxic? Who knows? Listen, I understand, but we do need power. And oh wow, so this is like the lab right here, with all this being like metal, corroded metal pieces, or is it this it? Oh, that's probably it. Yeah. Huh. Dissected skeletons. No? The equipment here suggests Monet was studying the mineral skeletons. Where she has cut through, the silica shines pure silver. More of these ornate silicate globes sit in the silt. These bubbles must have been both their refuge and their grave. I mean, they are super useful, right? Like, they do get us pretty much full oxygen again. Melted module. These modules are so rapidly melting away. Are the bloom's microbes metabolizing the metal itself? Let's find out. Oh, dark opening. We're going down deep into the bloom. Oh wow, this is cool. Steel passage. Monet must have laid this under the lab when she constructed it. The water is clear here, shielded from the microbial clouds. Oh, interesting. We're safe down here. That's kind of nice. Hidden workshop. Machines glint in the dark. Papers and tools lie still on the silt speckled surfaces, as if the scene has been frozen, captured in time. This is not just a lab, it's a workshop. Who's building something down here? It's a suit. It looks like she was modifying an old atmospheric hard suit. How deep was she planning to go? These are verified for beyond 1,000 meters. I'm gonna see what I can pull from the notes and documents here. Some of them are still partially readable. The lack of water flow must have kept them in good condition. She was definitely speccing this suit for use beyond the drop-off, modifying it with the silicate skeletons. Oh, okay. Artificers, she calls them. Exoskeletons of nanofibrous geothite protecting a silicon carbide core. The pressure resistance of their exoskeletons is unprecedented for a biological material. That would take the depth rating of the hard suit well past 3,000 meters. Incredible. But why go over the drop-off at all? What was pushing her forward? She was incredibly driven, desperate even. She mentions sending ROVs down to the abyssal plane, cobbled together from bits of the base. All of them were lost, and her work on the suit failed. That's where the notes seem to end. Mystery noises. The most recent document mentions another way. Did she make it? How? This suit was so close to completion. Why abandon it? We have to make that dive. If I can fix up this suit, we can take it over the drop-off. Perhaps Monet managed it. We need to follow. I can do this. We can do this. Let's back outside. Let's get back outside and call in the drone. Okay.